Hello, everybody. This is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Saturday evening to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals for our 12-13 Miami Heat, and we are leading 1-0 over the the 07-08 Boston Celtics. And in the first round, we had knocked out the 99-00 Toronto Raptors, and we won this series 4-1. So I want to see what this series, the next series, and the series after that will bring to us, which I'm definitely thinking I'm aiming for that Larry O'Brien trophy. And our opponent will probably be the 97-98 Utah Jazz if we make the NBA Finals, which obviously we will. We're going to show you the uniforms, and we'll see you at tip-off. Alright, so the Boston Celtics are going to be wearing their classic away green uniforms with the word Celtics on the jersey. Meanwhile, for the Miami Heat, they're going to be wearing their classic alternate 2011 through 2012 uniforms with the all black. Even the words, the lettering in the players' last names are in black. So without a further ado, we'll see into tip-off. Alright, it is tip-off time here at the American Airlines Arena. And the Boston Celtics have one tip-off. So now Rajon Rondo with possession of the basketball, losing it. So now Mario Chalmers making the steal, and LeBron James, the Akron, Ohio native, makes the dunk to start off the game. So it's now 2-0 here in the American Airlines Arena in Miami. So now LeBron James making the steal, gonna go up in the paint. Rajon Rondo with that shooting foul. So now the Akron, Ohio native is going to go to the free throw line, and he actually gets that in there. So it's now 5-0, and Rondo is going to have possession of the basketball. He's going to go up to the paint, gets that layup in there, and it's now going to be 5-2 here in Miami. So now they got D Wade out on the court, going to go up, gets 2 out of that one, so it's now going to be 7-2. Rajon Rondo, where is he actually going to take this direction to? Going to pass it over to KG, misses that, but D Wade picks up the rebound for the Heat. So now Wade makes that three possible, and it's now going to be 10-2. And now Rajon Rondo has possession of the basketball. So now goes out of bounds. So the 07-08 Celtics have possession of the basketball, and it is Rajon Rondo. He is going to go near mid-range and gets that in there. So it's now going to be 10-4. So now LeBron James going to go up in the paint, makes a dunk, and it's now 12-4 here in Miami. So it's nice to have a LeBron James Miami team for NBA 2K, because he didn't spend very much time down in Miami. He only spent like 4 seasons worth of his NBA career with the Miami Heat. So it all began with the decision back in 2010 on July 8th to be exact. It was like a premiere special. He had offers to go to the New Jersey Nets, New York Knicks, LA Clippers, Miami Heat, or the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now Chris Bosh has possession of the basketball now, and he is going to go up in the paint, well, kind of close to the paint, but he actually gets it in there. So it's now 16-6. So now Paul Pierce has possession of the basketball. He is actually going to go up in the paint, going to pass it over to Kendrick Perkins and gets that in there. So it's now 16-8. So we're going to pass it over to Wade, and LeBron James going to make that dunk happen, and it's now 18-8. LeBron James with 11 points today and 4 from mid-range. So Rondo losing the basketball, James picking it up. So now LeBron James gets it in there. So it's now 20-8. The 07-08 Celtics are taking a timeout, so we're going to take a break. Ray Allen, number 20, hits a 3 for Boston. So now we got Mario Chalmers going to pass it over to Ray Allen, number 34, and then Rashad Lewis, and then some Mike Miller. Going to pass it over to Chalmers, making this 3 happen, and it's now going to be 28-16. So we are up by 12. So now Sam Cassell, where is he going to take this basketball direction to? Rondo going to pass it over to Garnett. So Garnett gets it in for the buzzer beater. So it is now 28-18. Miami leads it by 10. All right, so now Chris Bosh is going to pass it over to Mario Chalmers, and I'm going to pass it over to Chris Bosh. So now Chris Bosh makes a dunk for the Heat. It's now 30-18. So Boston is somewhat improving on their shooting from last episode because they didn't do the greatest in shooting. So now they're doing pretty good in passing wise. So KG gets it in there. So now it's 30-20. So now we're going to pass over to Mike Miller and then some Chris Bosh. So now Miller is going to pick up the assist, and it's now going to be 32-20. 6 points for Chris Bosh, and he has 3 for 3 in field goals. So now Glenn Davis gets this one in, and it's now going to be 32-22. So we're going to pass it over to Chris Bosh. And Bosh is going to get this one in for 2 more points. So it's now 34-22. Boston is trailing by 12 at this point with only 2:58 to go in the first half. So now Sam Cassell, the Florida State product, going to pass it over to KG. And KG gets it in, and the Heat take a timeout. Ray Allen hits another 3 for Boston, so it's now 36-30. So now we got LeBron James out on the court, and he's going to attempt his first 3-pointer of the evening here. So it's now going to be 39-30. So now it is Sam Cassell with possession of the basketball. So now LeBron James makes a steal, makes a dunk happen, and it's now 41-30. 20 points for LeBron James today. And Sam Cassell is going to pass over to Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce making that 3 fly. And it's now 33-41. So we're going to pass it over to Chris Bosh. And Chris Bosh gets it in there. So the Celtics are going to take a timeout. All right, it is now 48-44. So now Ray Allen, number 34, going to pass over to LeBron James, number 6. And Kevin Garnett has a shooting foul. So now LeBron James, the St. Vincent St. Mary High School product in Akron, misses that 3 throw. And Boston has recovered. So now they're going to pass over to Garnett. And Boston is trying to catch up by 4. So Miami has taken a pretty decent lead along the lines. But you may never know what will happen in the NBA postseason. So now they're going to pass it over to Kevin Garnett. So now KG losing the basketball, going to pick it back up. So now Garnett with the possession. They're only down by 6, so they're going to may as well shoot a 3 to end the first half or go up in the paint so they don't trail as much. So now we're going to pass it over to Wade. And I don't think we're going to get this buzzer beater in. Actually, there is an official review, so they're thinking he probably got it in there on time. But if we actually do win the challenge, that means we're probably going to get a 3-pointer and we'll lead by 7. So his feet were released. So his feet were jumping. And it was 0.0, and the buzzer beater already hit. So this could be the end of the first half. So what are the officials going to say? A call is overturned, and he does not evidently get it in. So my prediction was correct. So end of first half, Miami leads it by 4. All right, LeBron James with 29 points in the first half. So we're going to pass over to Mike Miller and then Dwayne Wade. We're going to attempt a 3-pointer. This was the this was to make up for the ending of the first half, which technically didn't count because his feet were released, and it evidently meant that they weren't going to count it, and it was already, and the buzzer beater noise had already stopped by that time. So now Battier going to knock down a three for Boston from Miami, and I am also doing a 07-08 Celtics series, which is coming out tomorrow morning, and it is now 60-50. Battier with 5 points already on the day, and now Rondo has possession. Where is he going to take this one to? He's going to pass it over to Paul Pierce. Gets it in there. The Heat take a timeout. All right, so now Boston has caught up during the break. So now Dwayne Wade, he is going to go make it in for 2 points. So it's now 66-64. And Rajon Rondo has possession. He's going to pass over to Paul Pierce and then back to Rondo. And Rondo's going to pass it over to Ray Allen. So now Ray Allen, what's he going to do? He's going to make a three-fly. Misses that opportunity as it doesn't go in. So now Dwayne Wade going to go in the paint. There is a foul. Tony Allen. So we have possession of the basketball. We're going to pass it over to Ray Allen, number 34, and then some Dwayne Wade. We're going to try to make a three happen from behind the arc. Does he actually get this one in? Evidently no. But Rondo going to pass it over to Leon Poe. The game is tied up even, 66 all. And there are 31 seconds to go in the third. So there is a foul on Paul Pierce. It's a shooting foul. So now we get to go to the free-throw line once at it, and we actually get it in. So all Boston needs to do is hit a three to tie the game up. So now Paul Pierce going to pass over to Leon Poe. There is a out-of-bounds call. Boston has possession of it. So now, for sure, who are they going to pass it to? Leon Poe. They make the dunk there. And now Wade, he's going to pass it over to Chris Bosh. And Wade is going to get that assist. 15.6 seconds to go. And Paul Pierce with the possession of the basketball. So where is he going to take this to? He's going to take it to the paint. And it's now 70-71. Wade passing over to Bosh. And then some Ray Allen. We're going to try to make that three fly. And it is now going to be 74-70. So now Rajon Rondo trying to make a three before the buzzer beater ends from half court. Not successful. Miami is up by 4 points. Alright, your State Farm assist. The game is coming right up. So now Ray Allen going to pass it over to LeBron James. And LeBron James making that dunk at the rim. So now Boston has possession of the basketball. So now they got Paul Pierce out on the court with the possession. He's going to pass it over to Posey and gets that in there. So it is now 72-74. We're going to pass it over to Ray Allen and then Mario Chalmers, Rashad Lewis, Mike Miller. Should I get it to? I'm going to use some Bosh. Just kidding. I'm going to use Mario Chalmers. And Chalmers gets it in. So it's now 76-72. But now Rondo is going to go up in the paint, going to pass it over to Paul Pierce. And there is a foul on Mario Chalmers. It's a shooting foul. So now they're going to go to the paint. They get it in there. And LeBron James has possession. Shane Battier is going to pass it over to LeBron James. Miami has made some depth chart substitutions, so it's now 78-75. And we would lead, if we would make one more three, then we would be leading this one by 6. So now Rondo, I'm going to pass it over. I'm actually going to make a three to extend our lead. I'm going to try to make a three fly with only 3 minutes to go. And it's now 81-75. So now Paul Pierce with possession. He's going to go pass it over to Posey, gets it in there, and the Heat take a timeout. All right, and Paul Pierce makes a three to take Boston's first lead of the night, and the first lead tonight. So it's been mainly Miami on the line. So now LeBron James gets it in there. It is tied 83-83. Scoring leaders, Paul Pierce with 29 points, LeBron James with 38. So now Rondo has possession, going to pass over to Paul Pierce. So now Paul Pierce gets that one in for two, and it's now 85-83. Boston 10-2 run within the last minute and 3 seconds. So now there is a minute 42 to go, and LeBron James gets the layup, and the Celtics are taking a timeout. Paul Pierce is your player of the game for the Boston Celtics. So Miami, it evidently means that they're probably going to take their first loss of the Eastern Conference Semifinals, and not to mention that this will probably be their first home loss in this NBA 2K22 Road to the NBA Finals series. So just keep that in mind. I mean, it's going to be really good when we get 15-1 at home. But now it is Paul Pierce, your player of the game and the scoring leader for Boston, going to make this one in for 2 points. So it's not 89, 87, 35 points for him to be exact today. So we're going to use some Ray Allen. We're going to try to hit it at the word arena, but that misses. Kevin Garnett picks up that rebound, and it is Paul Pierce. What is he going to do? Going to pass it over to Kendrick Perkins. So now Perkins gets it in a paint, so it's now 91-87. Wade from half court misses that. Boston picks it up, so now Paul Pierce with the possession. He is going to actually get it in for two, but Shane Battier has a shooting foul, so this means that Paul Pierce is going to go in the free throw line and gets it from there. So now we're going to try to dribble it out with LeBron James, but there's only 10 seconds to go. But I think LeBron James going to attempt that three, misses. Wade picks it up. So now 23 seconds to go in this game. So I'm thinking Boston is going to take the dub on the road in Miami. So the Boston Celtics take the W. And now it is Rajon Rondo's turn. Will he actually shoot it in for three, or will he just dribble it out to end the game? And we have possession, but Boston wins it on the road, and the series is evenly tied up 1-1. So Boston wins it by 7, 94-87. All right, we're going to start off with Boston today because they had won this episode. 38 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists on the day, 6 for 6 from behind the arc for Paul Pierce. Ray Allen, 15 points, 5 for 7 from behind the arc. Rajon Rondo, 12 points, 11 assists for him today. Kevin Garnett, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. And he did wind up having a dunk there. LeBron James, 42 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 steals, and 6 dunks on the day. Dwayne Wade, 13 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists for him. Chris Bosh, 12 points, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 dunk. Shane Battier, 7 points, 2 steals, no dunks for him. Ray Allen, 6 points, 2 assists there for him. Mario Chalmers, 5 points, 3 assists, 1 steal. So that wraps it up, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please stay tuned. We'll see you guys next episode.